Okay. All righty. All right. So, I'd also ask that you remain muted during the ritual just for cohesive purposes. And there will be a time later on that I'm going to ask everybody to unmute so that we can chat and maybe share. And if you have any questions as well, there's always the chat room. If you have questions or you want to say hello, you can always do that as well. One of my cohorts is Leighton. She is going to be monitoring the chat room for me. And second, if for some reason our technology fails, which occasionally it does, please, we're keeping an eye out for you. Just log back in. We'll get you back in. And then last but not least, if you weren't able to acquire, the items that I had stated for tonight, that's okay, because it's all about intention. And what I'm walking you through tonight is you can totally visualize it. You can totally receive and release all those things. You don't have to have the actual tangible items. For those of you that do, well, great. All righty. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So those of you, some of you may be very familiar with the winter solstice and Yule, and it is on December 21st. And in the European tradition is called Yule. Yule meaning wheel, in reference to the wheel of the year. It marks the longest night of the year and the point when the days slowly begin to lengthen. The goddess gives birth to the sun child, and hope for light is reborn. As the sun is reborn, our time of quiet reflection and meditation, the rest following the harvest, draws to a close. It is a time of leaving old regrets behind. The winter solstice or Yule is a time of awakening to new goals, new ideas, dreams, hopes, and projects are born. Our thoughts and energies turn to the new season of life ahead. True, there are months of cold ahead for many of us, but the light grows and warmth will follow. The newborn sun is the Great Mother's gift to the world, and this is reflected in our gifts to friends and family. Giving is a statement of faith in the abundance to come and in the love that survives the coldest winters. The Christian tradition of Christmas, of a Christmas tree, has its origins in pagan Yule celebration. Pagan families would bring a live tree into the house so the wood spirits would have a place to keep warm during the cold winter months. Bells were hung in the limbs so you could tell when a spirit was present. Food and treats were hung in the branches for the spirits to eat, and a five-pointed star, the pentagram, symbol of the five elements, was placed atop the tree. The colors of the season, red and green, are also of pagan origin, as is the custom of exchanging gifts. A solar festival, Yule, is also celebrated by fire and the use of a Yule log. And those that burn a Yule log on this night, a piece of the Yule log is saved and kept throughout the year to protect the home. And then that piece is used to light next year's log. So tonight, we're going to gather in an astral temple. I'm going to take you on a meditation to an astral temple, since we're in the ethers this way, and in honor of this sacred Sabbath of Yule, and to celebrate the turning of the wheel on winter solstice. On this night, the longest of the year, we release the old. We release the old year and sit vigil to the rebirth of the new sun. We will also be making a magical, abundant pomander to invite light back into our homes and hearts as the sun slowly makes its return. And we will finish the evening with some divination, always exciting, to take us into the new year. I'm going to bring up a screen, an image. Let's see. That will. Okay, let's change this. So this is where I'm taking you to the astral temple. All right, so go ahead and sit back and relax while I take you into the astral temple. Take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes. Be comfortable. And just open your mind. I want you to imagine that you're standing on a path at the edge of a small forest. The waxing moon illuminates your way. You stand before an opening into the trees. The cool breeze from the forest is inviting you to enter. The path is clear and broad. It is easy to follow. And so you step into the forest. The peace in the forest is total. Suddenly, a haunting cry of an owl pierces the silence, encouraging you to take a few more steps into the forest. And so you do. As you walk on, you begin to hear the sound of running water, and you can tell that the water is gentle, and you walk in the direction of the sound. As you walk, you can feel the snow crackling, the night forest under your feet, and there are even some small dried branches and roots on the ground that you can feel. It actually feels good to have your feet touching Mother Earth. And you let the gentle voice of the water call you on. Shortly in front of you opens a little clearing in the forest. You notice that in the middle of the clearing is a small pool. The pool is being fed from a small stream trickling down a small rocky slope. As the pool is filled to overflowing, the water leaves the pool on the other side and continues its journey back into the forest. Here in the clearing, there are some rocks where you can sit. You notice that even though there is frost in the clearing, the rocks are warm to your touch. You walk to the largest of the rocks and take a seat on it. It is as if the rock were made just for you. It cradles your body and holds you steady. Suddenly, you notice that in the middle of the rock circle, there is a large single log, and it is beginning to glow a bright red. You close your eyes and sit here for a few minutes in silence, listening to the sounds of the forest and the water. In a few moments, you begin to feel a great warmth emanating from the log and sense the gentle presence of another being in front of you. You open your eyes and see the log burning before you. And sitting all around this burning log, this Yule log, is everyone present here tonight. Your heart is open and ready to receive the goddess and the god.
All right, we're going to go ahead and purify the temple with an aromatic cleanse. If you want to, please light your incense, or if you have spray that you want to use, or visualization is good, like Misty said, intention. But we're going to go ahead and light our incense. And we're going to, got a little too excited, sorry. Okay. You're going to wave the incense in your room and all around you, or alternate with the cleansing spray. Take a nice deep breath. May the positive energy of the universe surround you, flow through you, and bring peace to your mind, love to your heart, and calm to your spirit. Blessed be. The circle is cast by each of us and opens into our temple by gesturing a circle in your own room and taking a moment to visualize and feel the astral temple. Another deep breath. I summon the circle I summon. Power and peace and protection will come in and bind the womb of our spiritual birth through water and fire and air and earth. As above, so below, our circle is sealed.
Come, ye spirits of the east, powers of air, sail on crisp winter wings as you bring the golden dawn. Be with us as a clear night sky. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail
Hail and welcome.
and welcome.
Come, ye spirits of the south, powers of fire, bring the heat of a flame to warm our hearts. Be with us as a welcoming hearth. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Come, ye spirits of the west, powers of water. You nourish the earth and bathe us in sweet rains. Be with us as a quiet snowfall. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
Come, ye spirits of the north, powers of earth, your bounty sustains us through the winter. Be with us as the silent cavern, a place of renewal. Please join us in our circle this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail
Hail
and welcome.
We call to the great God as the winter solstice draws near. We call to Jack in the green, he who runs across snow-laden forests, protecting the life within so that it may awake in the spring. We call to the Lord of the underworld, the caretaker of the land of death, whose hand has touched much of this world at this bleak time of year. We call to the sun, he who will be reborn on solstice night, he who gives us light and life. We welcome the great God in all his forms and with all of his faces this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome. We call to the great goddess as winter solstice draws near. We call to the crone, whose wisdom in the face of difficulty keeps us here and in health. We call to the Lady of the Moon, she who casts her spell across the snow-filled plains, her reflection glistening like silver and melting our hearts with its beauty. We call to the Great Mother, who magically brings forth life in this time of death. We welcome the great goddess in all of her forms and her many roles this night. Hail and welcome.
Hail and welcome.
At this time, we're going to go ahead and make our magical pomander. So if you do have these items, go ahead and they're probably near you already. So let's get started on this. This long, dark night is a time to reflect on what has come up for us in our lives, our emotions, our thoughts, our bodies during the last few months. We talk a lot about release during the dark half of the year. and for good reason. The darkness forces us to turn inward, confront our shadows, and decide what we want to shed, what we want to let go of, as well as integrate the lessons that we've learned. So what are you ready to heal and release? What are you ready to heal and release before we fully step back into the growing light? I want you to take a few minutes to breathe through this. Breathe and connect with what it is you want to heal and release. I want you to close your eyes and breathe. And listen to the sound of your breath. In and out. In and out. Now start slowing your breath to come into the present. Get connected and to ground yourself. Feel that earth energy coming up through the bottom of your feet, up and up through your body to reside in your heart chakra. Bring your awareness to your heart center as you breathe. Now, with this slow rhythmic breathing, I want you to meditate a moment. I want you to think and focus on what has come up for you since the fall equinox. What's come up for you since the fall equinox? Where are you feeling some imbalance, disharmony, or friction? Remember, these feelings come up for us as an opportunity to grow beyond them. Don't hold on to them or linger in them. When they're ready to be healed, let them go. As you focus on these areas, I want you to begin to breathe love into them. Breathe love into these areas that are blocking you, that are holding you back. Send them healing. Send them light. Send them gratitude. Gratitude for the lessons that they have taught you. And then let them go. Take a deep breath, and when you breathe out, just let them go. They don't serve you any longer. Let them go. Now slowly open your eyes and let your eyes become focused once again. And now I want you to go ahead and take a piece of paper, one of your pieces of paper. We're going to use a couple tonight. If you have only one sheet, maybe tear it. I want you to take a piece of paper and I want you to write down on that paper. I have one, oh, I have a little one. I might need to do front and back, but I want you to write down on this piece of paper what you are willing to release. You got to be willing to, got to be ready to release it. What you're willing to release and let go into the dark night. This is the longest, darkest night of the year. What are you willing to let go? Go ahead and write that down on your piece of paper. You know, it could be something like, on this solstice night, I release the anxiousness that I feel about going into the new year. So it could be something like that, you know? So go ahead and think about that and write those down on your piece of paper. Now, if you've got your release on your piece of paper, and for those of you that don't have this, you know what you want to release. You're ready to release it. We're going to let that go now. So now, for those of you that do have the items, I want you to go ahead and light your first candle. If some of you have a black candle, now would be to light your black candle. And with that flame, give everybody a moment to light their candle. With that flame, and for those of you that are visualizing this, I want you to burn this piece of paper, and I want you to put it in the fireproof dish. So hopefully you have something safe to burn it in. Don't burn your fingers. So you're going to burn this, and I'm going to place it in my fireproof container, and we're going to watch that burn. I'm going to watch it burn, letting that go. Watch it burn with every exhale and release. Every exhale and release, let it go. Surrender that. Surrender it. And now don't forget to give thanks. Don't forget to give thanks and gratitude for the lessons that we learned that helped us grow and move forward. We released it, we learned a lesson from it, and now we're moving on. So let's give thanks for that. Next, we're going to go ahead and set an intention. As we invite in the growing light, I want you to consider what kind of joy, fertility, creation, and abundance you would like to invite in with the growing light. What abundance? What do you want to invite in? Something wonderful with the new light, with the light coming in. And I want you to take your orange. So for those of you that have the orange, take your orange. Oh, and your cloves. I have my cloves here. And I want you to hold them in your hands, close to your heart. Oh, I've got a lot of cloves. Oh my goodness. Okay. Some of them are spilling over. I want you to hold the orange and the cloves close to your heart. And I want you to close your eyes and focus on your dreams. I want you to conjure images, thoughts, or feelings, even just feelings, of what you wish to create or call in as we move into the new year with the light. So let's do that now. And as you breathe in and as you breathe out, put that light, that energy, let it flow through your body, through your hands, into the cloves and orange. Now go ahead and set your oranges and cloves down for a moment, just for a moment. And I want you to take another slip of paper. So another little piece of paper here. And I want you to write down an intention, an invitation to the god and goddess. For instance, on this solstice night, as we move into the light, I, Misty, call in 5 more clients a month. Or by February, I, Misty, will have more time to focus on my music. So think about what it is that you want to, your invitation, your intention, your ask from the god and goddess. What is it you would like in the new year? And write that down. Could be, I invite love and patience toward all who I encounter daily. That's always a good one. Especially if you're in customer service. Okay. So now that you've got your invitation to the god and goddess, your intention, I want you to go ahead and light the second candle. This is your intention candle. I want you to go ahead and light that. And what I want you to do is I want you to place your piece of paper that you wrote your intention on underneath the candle and let it kind of sit there. So let that intention sit underneath your candle. And we're just going to let that simmer. We're going to let that sit under that candle while we continue. So while these candles are burning, we're going to make our magical pomander. So now traditionally, a pomander was a ball made to hold herbs, spices, and perfumes to ward off bad smells and illnesses. Today, pomanders are usually clove-studded oranges, which is what we're doing tonight. Clove-studded oranges that can be hung in closets, placed in drawers, or even hung on a Yule tree. Tonight we're going to add a bit of magic into our pomander as part of our Yule ritual. Oranges represent life, fertility, joy, and vitality. They are a representation of the sun. By making this craft, we are inviting that energy into our homes. Cloves in magical folklore represent prosperity and good luck. They are also aligned with the planet Jupiter, and which according to Carlin at tinyritual.com, Jupiter is considered a benevolent planet as it's often associated with success, good fortune, luck, and wealth. So for those of you that are into astrology, if you have Jupiter anywhere in your charts, that's a good thing. So with each clove that you are going to stick into your orange, I want you to come back to that intention that you filled out and you wrote and you placed it under your candle. So you're going to focus on that intention, and then you're going to stick the clove into the orange. I want you to come back to your intention. You are deepening your invitation to the god and goddess with each clove and bringing that energy into a physical item. So let's go ahead and do that now. While we're doing that, perhaps I will play a little bit of music for you. All righty. So for those of you that would like to know, that is a group, that music is from a group called Swolu. They are Norwegian, Viking descent. And the song was called Yule. So very nice. Anyways, so now you should have your completed pomander. Okay. And so now that they're completed, there's a few things that we can do with this magical pomander, and that holds the magic, the energy of your intention. You can place it somewhere special in your home, on your altar, your sacred space, etc. You can tie a ribbon around it. I'll probably be doing that. You can tie a ribbon around it or string around it, and you can hang it somewhere, even on your Yule tree. And if your invitation, oh, this is interesting. So actually, if your invitation is on a small enough piece of paper, which I think mine is, you can actually pin it or attach it to your pomander. Now you're going to want to keep this for a full moon cycle. Now, because the full moon is less than a week away, it's next week, you will want to wait until the January full moon, which will be on the 25th of January. So I want to mark the calendar as 25th of January. On that full moon, you're going to want to bury it. You're going to want to bury this along with your intention, along with your written intention, somewhere out in nature. Your yard is okay if you want to put it in a garden someplace. And you also want to leave maybe some organic apples or seeds. You want to leave those out as an offering after you've buried it, maybe sprinkle a little bit of those on top of it. And you're going to reap the rewards of the magical intention that you set forth tonight. All righty. So I'm excited about that. You know, I want to give credit to
I
this.
have a quick question. So sorry.
Oh,
Do,
no,
do I-
absolutely.
Do I bury the orange together with the intention piece of paper?
Yes, you do. Absolutely. You're going to want to bury it with the intention paper. So
Thank
those
you.
candles that you've got lit tonight, if you're able to, go ahead and let them burn down. If you're not able to, if there's, worrisome or whatever, you can put the fire out, before you go to bed. But yeah, and it's not going to affect any of the magical intention. But yes, bury the intention along with your pomander. Is there any other questions before I continue? Let me look at the chat room real quick. Oh, okay. I see Paul asked me about, you know what? Let me type this so you can know the name of the artist. Let's see. Let's see. S-O-W. Solu. S-O-W-U-L-O. Let me just S-O-W-U-L-O. Yes. So that's who the music's by. All righty. Okay, moving on. So next, what are we doing next? We are doing cakes and ale. So it's time for some feasting because we are starting to wind down. So times for cakes and ale. So those of you that have a snack or a drink, I want you to go ahead and grab that. All righty. I'm going to bless this for you, okay? I'm going to put mine down here because I really want to bless this for you. So as we enjoy our feasting this evening, let us remember that it will be the blessing of the God and Goddess to our bodies, and let us partake of it freely. The joy of the Yuletide spirit to you. The warmth of hearth and home to you. The cheer and goodwill of friends to you. The light of the reborn sun to you. the love of the goddess and her peace to you. May you never go hungry, and may you never thirst. Blessed be. And righty. And while we are enjoying, I have oranges and I have a cookie that my son brought me to enjoy. While we're doing this, I'm going to spotlight Layton because she is who is going to take us on a divination journey tonight. While we're enjoying our feast, we're going to have a little bit of divination.
I'll feast later. Okay, so I was gifted this last Yule, and I'm so excited. I haven't really gotten a chance to use it much, but it's a Kitsu Foxfire Oracle deck, and I've drawn 5 cards for this evening. And
Can I ask a question? Can I ask a question, Layton?
Yeah,
What is Kitsu? What's Kitsu?
it's a Japanese fox spirit with 7 tails.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. So while everyone's feasting, if you could take a moment and just pick a number 1 through 5 and hold that number, because I drew 5 cards. I have no idea what they are. We're going to go over that. But I want you to take a moment and pick 1 through 5. And nice deep breath. While you're enjoying your food. So first one, and I do apologize, I'm going to be reading from the book from these so we get the message nice and clear. But the first one is called The Noble One. I love the artwork on these. It's so beautiful. But The Noble One. And card 35. Okay, so The Noble One. If this card speaks to you, it is of your own inner nobility. The desire to not only be a good person, but also your wish to be an honorable one. And you are reminded of your own desire to bring good deeds to the world. You will keep calm when all about you fall into patterns that are you will keep calm when all about you fall into patterns that are of no use to any except the howl of their own inner wounded child. It's so sad. You will tend to your wounds, get the help that you may need, and become a better person when this card comes to you. You are a part of the what?
I think that's nice.
Oh, you are a part of the new day for the world, and you are to be recognized for your goodness. You have chosen right action and stood by a code of honor which has led you to offer the world a series of acts of nobility. Every act of nobility is no act of martyrdom. You continue to speak your truth, but without rancor or bitterness. Instead, you shine with the possibility of what it could be like to be a great being. Through this process, you grow and nurture your own good luck. And while you work on your own flaws and challenges, others see you as evidence of goodness within the world. They will seek you out, and your services will be sought after as you develop a reputation that shines and will remain untarnished. You are soon able to open up, share who you are, and welcome more affection and true intimacy in your life because you've done the work on your soul thanks to your sovereign journey within the realms of Kitsu. Your own deep self-love has created noble empathy. This could lead to a rise in your influence, even your status. At this time, connect and pray to your own higher self and be reverent of the very simple truth of being alive and awake. And I don't know why that just like brought a tear to my eye, but that was so lovely. So if you have the Noble One, you are on a journey and should seek within your higher self so you can Be the example of goodness that you were always meant to be. That's that one. And if you'll excuse me one moment, I'm going to go shut the door in my house so you don't hear my roommate. One second. Sorry, love you, bye. Okay, sorry about that. Thankfully, the Lord and Lady have a sense of humor. So the second one, if you picked number 2, you've chosen bringer of change. Oh,
Uh-oh,
no,
there
there
it
it
is.
is.
Bringer of change. Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, so this is 38. Okay, this is bringer of change. You are not as they expected you to be, are you, dear one? They thought you would be the one who was more like themselves, that you would be a part of the pre-designed patterns and the wave after wave of people who keep the world traveling in the same direction. But you, my friend, were different. It's not intentional, nor was it a reaction. It simply was that something new was born into the world when you were brought forth. So now you are releasing the special light and qualities that only you can bring to this planet. And you will find that there are others like you, beautiful souls who seem at times to not belong and who are sometimes rejected. But if this card has come to you, it comes to tell you that a part of your creation and a part of your soul's journey is not to come here to be a part of what already exists. It has come here to change what already was. And now you are at the moment where you will show who you are, all of it, without fear or shame. You will no longer fear rejection or scorn, or even the fear of disappointing those you love. You, all of you, are here to give the world something that is needed, to offer it medicine, so that we all, human, animal, winged ones, and all beings, are released into a freedom to be who we came to be. You're flying free, and in return, you will free others. So bring your own unique vision and energies and experiences and teach us how to become who we were meant to be. Bam. Hey, there we go. I really should have read through these before I chose this deck. These are all making me teary-eyed. I hope you guys are enjoying the messages so far. These are beautiful.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, here's my number. Woohoo!
Okay, me too. I'm 3. Okay. Huh. Threefold protection.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So if you're number 3, like me and Misty, okay. When this card comes to you, there's no mistaking the energy around you right now. There is a strong force of protection with you, and with 3 times the power of other forms. This protection will take place over a 3-fold period of time: 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years. There are 3 situations in which you will be cared for, where unexpected angels will turn up and what could have been harmful will fall away, bringing no menace at all. The beings about you who are there to protect you may seem gentle and even delicate in their form, but have no doubt they wield powerful energy. Just as this mermaid with her trident guards the realms of the Kitsu and all those who dwell within, your own boundaries and borders will be protected. You will no longer let those who seek only to make use of what you can do for them. There will be a cessation of the unkind talk that arises from within, and emotionally, in times you will begin to feel more and more content, with a calm, centered self that no longer is tempted to fall into the pain of the past. You will have allies come to you. Small kindnesses will be done that reassure you, and you will know exactly where you need to go and where you need to avoid. Rising up before you now is this mermaid, her oceanic energy strong, her senses alive with vigilance, and her whole body focused on your safety. She stands as the guardian of the seas to the Kitsune realm, and likewise you too will be protected. Feel the strength about you now and step forward into your life, feeling this trifold of safety all about you. There you go.
That is awesome. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I hope it's 3 years.
Oh God, I hope mine's not 3 years, Misty. You know what I'm talking about.
Uh, no, I want the protection for 3 years.
That's true. All right, and number 4, guys. This is another beautiful card. Wow. Okay, so number 4 is growth. Wow.
Oh,
Dang it.
oh, nice. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Okay, so growth 17. Okay. You have a natural connection to magic if you've gotten this card. And at this time, you are growing in your power. Hold on, sorry. You are growing in your power. Some of these powers are very new and very young, and it will be your task moving forward to nurture one in particular, because the seemingly humble beginning has great promise and many gifts to offer you. This tender new beginning is goddess given, and this goddess of the Kitsune realm is the one who helps seekers to their access in getting to their own personal strengths and hidden talents. Climbing towards the sun, their powers growing in strength all the time. Like the ivy, your talents will grow. You will climb and the light will be reached. You are to nurture these newfound talents and strengths, and whatever sweet new beginnings are about you, and strengthen them. Newfound talents and strengths, and whatever sweet new beginnings are about you, and strengthen them so they can be sustained for many years to come. You will take on many adventures with this growth of this ability, and many opportunities will be created. Don't let go of your dreams. Hold on, climb high, grow and seek and find. Always reach for the light and know that as you grow, you make everything beautiful. Find strong people to be around and learn from their endurance and fortitude. Nurture your dreams by day and night, and let yourself be enriched in all that you behold. So grow your gifts, people. You got 4.
That was beautiful.
Okay, last one, and you guys don't have to hear me reading anymore. Number 5 is delight.
Oh, nice.
Ah, this background. Okay.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Delight is number 5. Oh, and she's got a little flute, Misty. That's cute. 4. Okay. If you've drawn this card, you are now the Kitsune are happy to share with you in the midst of a moment of beauty. It is joyful, fun, uplifting, and you will feel so much happiness. For some people, this may seem trivial, that enjoyment and good times that are not of serious nature, and as those moments we walk with the shadows and discover more of our deeper aspects. This is not that time. This is now a time to come into the light, time to allow the moments of joy, the lightness of being, that grateful state to be ours. I'm sorry, this reads like my IKEA manual all of a sudden. Okay. This is not that time. This is now a time to come into the light and to allow the moments of joy and lightness of being in that graceful state to be ours, to have humor and play, music and sweetness all about us, and to laugh and be free. And in this energy, the card brings to you now. It's a reminder to be light, to be joyful, and to be as the music from the flute is, high and light and sweet, and to know that every note has its moment, but in time will pass. As you enjoy this time and smile with the pure, uplifting energy shining from you, others will open up and feel this way too. It will be a simpler time, an easier time, a time where the heaviness of the world falls away and you are ensouled, but in the most sparkling and natural of happy ways. You will find others to share your happiness with, and it will be like a ripple onto water, spreading out and influencing so many. And the world needs this joy, dear one, and this gift of the Kitsu realm to you is a springtime for your soul. The Kitsu adore music and fun and dance and joy. Let no one tell you that you are not serious enough. Let no one try to hold down your joy. Bubble up like the spring beneath the earth and shine onto the world. Yeah, that one was good too.
That was beautiful. Those are awesome. Thank you, Leighton, for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you guys for bearing with me while I tried to get through those.
Absolutely. So, just to, here, I'll spotlight myself. Oh, goodness. Just to let everybody know, Leighton is a psychic, but with oracle cards, we read from the book. Regular tarot cards, but even with oracle cards, for those of you that do this, even reading from the book, when you pull a card for yourself or for anybody else, that is coming from someplace else. It doesn't matter if you're going to look up the book meaning or not. And that's what's so wonderful about oracle cards. Myself, I keep a bowl by my front door, and I have several different oracle card decks, and I put them in the bowl, and I pull one every day, and then I open up the book and read for it, because what you pull is what you're meant to receive for that moment. So everything that Leighton read tonight is what you were meant to receive in the messages. So anyways, at this time, I am going to remove my spotlight because I would like to maybe hear from everybody. If you'd like to, I'm going to open up the door if anybody would like to unmute themselves and have a chat. I'd like to hear how you felt about tonight's ritual and maybe what Leighton had to say about your cards. So I'm going to take my spotlight off and we're going to be amongst everybody. So, and
Oh, yeah,
first of all, what's that, Leighton?
I was just going to ask if it did resonate with people, the number.
And you can also put it in the chat as well. Mine resonated absolutely because it really connected with Leighton. It really connected with what I put for my intention, my invitation under my candle. Really, very much. And you know me, I work with angels anyway. So to hear all that they're around me, going to help me, protect me, to get me through this transition is awesome. I want to take a moment to thank David Garcia for the beautiful Christmas card that you and Brandy sent us. I loved it. Thank you so much. Okay, so Miriam and Natalie said that it also connected with her intention. So did that go for both Miriam and Natalie? Did it connect with your intentions? Oh, nice. Okay, it did. Anybody else? You're welcome to unmute yourselves and talk if you would like.
I just wanted to say thank you. This is Sajda. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope we can at some point meet because I really, really appreciate everything you did today and the ritual as well. Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. It's been a while since we've actually done one of these, and we started doing them online, of course, when the pandemic hit. And then I discovered that we started having a lot of folks that were from far away places. And so even after the pandemic, I've wanted to continue to do these online. And I will point out that tonight you heard, for those of us participating, was myself and Leighton and my husband, Michael. we had 2 other participants as part of Spiral Earth Explorations that were supposed to join us tonight, but they were unfortunately ill. So it takes, it takes a village to help do these things. So if anybody's interested, if any of you are interested in actually taking part in some of these rituals, please just reach out to me. Maybe you would like to read a direction. It's very simple, so if you'd like to do that, and you can,
How do I reach out to you, Misty? What are
oh,
your contact details? Can you
you
send
know
them
what?
to me?
Absolutely. I'm gonna type my email into the chat real quick. But otherwise you can reach me through Meetup as well too. So I see. Well, let's do this. Oh.
While
So
Misty's doing that, did anybody have, and you don't have to share, but I'm very curious because I'm very excited for this. Did anybody pick 5? Like, was that anybody's number? And you can respond in the chat too. It's just such a beautiful card that I'm so hopeful that somebody did pick that, because that sounds, it's going to be delightful and joyful.
Hi, I picked 5.
Hey, I'm so
Thank
excited.
you so much. This was an amazing experience for me, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much.
We're so glad you're here. That's awesome.
So I did put into the chat spiralearthexplorations@gmail.com is how you can reach me. My personal email, I'll put that into. I'm a psychic counselor. So I'll put that into, and so you can reach me there as well. So if any of you, even if you just have any questions, please feel free to reach out. And like I said, if you'd be interested in becoming more of a participant, you'd be more than welcome. It's a lot of fun and we enjoy doing it. So.
Hi, my name is Tiffany. Thank you for allowing me into your space. I really enjoyed this. It was really calming and just what I needed. I picked number 4, the card, and actually I didn't get to see it. I was writing something. Do you still have it?
I do. Let me get off the background here. Here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it definitely resonated. Especially with the gifts and like growing them. I went to a spiritual fair and talked to someone, and they were saying like that I have a gift of healing and I need to learn how to use it and learn to. And so I was like, wow, okay. So I feel like number 4 just kind of confirmed, and it was really good. So thank you.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That is very awesome. And I will make a note to everybody that we've been in a Mercury retrograde since about a week ago, and it goes until the beginning of January. And this Mercury retrograde is actually all about reevaluating your careers. So, and the direction that you want to take it. So Tiffany, that would be like an idea for you. I'm
Oh,
curious,
it-
what sign are you, Tiffany?
I'm a Taurus, and then I have Cancer and Gemini. But
Wow,
I
okay.
can't remember which was which, but yeah. But Taurus sun, yeah.
So definitely all 3 of those are signs of a healer. You've got the Taurus, who is very grounded and homey, and then you've got the Gemini, who can work, different. You can different things, opposites connected and so on. You can really split yourself, so to speak, to help multitudes. And then what was your other one? Oh, Cancer. Oh, no, 'cause that's, you know, and that's where, wow, okay. Your intuition, your feeling, that's the water sign. So the caring, the loving, so you'd actually be probably a really strong intuitive healer. So I say go for it.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm tired of writing reports, so that would be awesome.
Ah, uh, okay, perfect. All right. All right. Did anybody else have any questions or would like to make a note of anything that you experienced tonight? Okay. I think we're going to go ahead. I know I listed this as an hour and running over time, so I want to be mindful of the time. So I'm going to put myself back in speaker view. And where am I? I will. I think we're going to go ahead and bring this ritual to a close. It was so wonderful having everybody. Thank you. And, you know, I'm going to do this again. We're going to do this again in Imbolc, which will be in February. So that's kind of like the in-between time of Ostara. We're going to be welcoming back the spring. And that's also the night that we do a lot of poetry reading. So hopefully you will join us for that. And like I said, if any of you would like to participate, that would be wonderful. Just reach out to me. Alrighty, so I'm gonna invite Leighton in to close us from our circle.
The gates have closed, but the temple remains. The great circle is ever unbroken. We give thanks to the earthly elements of north, west, south, and east, to which all things are formed and forged, for blessing our ceremony and for the bounty provided for us. We give thanks to the God and Goddess for blessing our ceremony and speaking to us through the spark of light of how we can best change our lives. May there be peace between us now and forever. Blessed be, and the circle is open.
Blessed be. In closing, I would like to say that it is hard for some of us to appreciate the sweetness of the winter season, the gifts and teachings of the dark. My gift for you is to remind all of you that this may be so. Enjoy and learn to find peace and sweetness within you. Happy Yule and happy solstice. Blessed be.
Blessed be.
May the circle be open but unbroken.
May the God and the Goddess be ever in our hearts.
Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again.
And
Merry meet again.
thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. Have a blessed solstice, and remember to bury your intentions at the next full moon and release those things that no longer serve you. Have a good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Night.
Night.